down to the inside. But around the outside, much deeper. Nearly spins.
Wow.
Side by side here. The wins on his second outing. Then Hoop spins.
Everybody, Tier B is live. Tank Controls is live. We're back with League Racing. Check out the standings. You can see very intense for the top 5. And remember, the top 5 of Tier B will get promoted into Tier A next season. And don't forget the constructors. There's currently 1 point in it between Red Bull and Mercedes. Would you have it? It's going to be very fun, very interesting race. And yeah, we're going to have a very good race in hand. We've got Adam commentating alongside me tonight. Say hello, Adam.
What's going on?
This is the commentary crew for today. Now, we got qualifying session coming up. See a few guys on their laps. Take a look at Max Fan. He's one of those drivers trying to go for the top 5 promotion to Tier A. He's in it with Lucas, Vade are his main contenders. Only 2 of those 3 are going to go through. And they're currently about 3 points between all of them. Very close indeed. Spectre and Justin and now are fighting for the championship too. There's 2 points between them two up in P1 and P2 in the standings.
It's essentially, so it's essentially whoever finishes in front between Spectre and Justin.
Yes. And they both have the same amount of race wins. No, actually, yeah, they have the same amount of race wins right now. So if anyone, whoever wins today will win it, basically. Although, if it does come to second places, Spectre has the advantage. Max Fun sets a time on the board of a 7.6, currently leading the whole field. Let's check a look at Kellan King. He's in the final corner. The Finn. Let's see how he will finish his lap. Haha. You like that?
Boo.
Looks like that was not a real time. This is probably his real time coming up. Done an extra lap, so you have a bit more wear on his softs, but
He didn't finish the lap well.
no, he didn't. Here's Spectre. Second split is a 51-2. I think that's a 10th down on what Max Fan did.
He's gonna need to pick up the pace here a little bit if he wants to challenge Max Fan for pole. This is only the banker lap. On the final corner up to the line. It's a 107.8. Good enough for third, just in front of his championship rival, Justin.
I mean, these guys are going to be keeping an eye on each other more than the rest of the field, let's be honest. Looking now at Bartos G5. What's your predictions coming into today's race, Adam?
Well, no, I think it'll ultimately come down to Spectre and Justin. Max Fan has run well. He's got provisional pole right now by 1/10 of a second. But ultimately, it comes down to the championship too, and I think Spectre has the upper hand.
Interesting. 51.7 for Bartos G5. Way off the front pack. Let's see what his time's going to be before we make any Sudden judgments.
Oh, 1083 there for Artis. G5, good enough for 5th as we watch Count Muttley as he begins to work his way into the middle sector.
Ooh, bit of a lock up there. Getting a little bit out of shape.
It's definitely going to cost him a little bit of time, and at a track like this, the lap times aren't particularly long. Every 1/10 of a second matters as Bald to 5th with a 1083. Count Muttley through Sector 2. Work his way down the main straightaway.
Justin's just improving his time by 2/10.
He absolutely did. A 1076. Count Muttley into 5th with a 1083. Good lap from the McLaren.
Yeah. So Justin goes in the front row for now, just behind Max Van. About 15 thousandths. Most of the guys about to head out now for their second runs in this qualifying session.
Justin went on that second one a little bit earlier than I would expect. I expect him to go out,
I think, no, he's done 2 laps. Look, he's on 0.3 fuel. And I know that the game forces you to start with 3 laps. So he's, yeah, he's definitely done 2 laps in a row.
It's interesting that he improved on that second lap. You don't normally think of cars improving on their second lap on a qualifying run.
Yeah, absolutely. And no one did that yesterday in Tier A, so...
Oh.
Spectre's turn.
Through the middle sector, he leads the championship. All he has to do is finish in front of Justin, claim the Tier B championship. Down the main straightaway he goes. On the last 2 corners. And all of the track available to him. Sets up for the Senna S's. He's run through the Senna S's, got a little bit loose on the entry to turn 3. It's going to cost him at least a 1/10 of a second as he heads up to the Sector 1 line. He gained 4 thousandths of a second. Not quite the improvement he wanted to see. He should pick up a little bit of time through the middle sectors. That was an Alfa Romeo off. It's Kellen King. Baxter now. Through the middle sector. A little bit wiggly on the exit. That might cost him again. Just
Ooh, he's a 10 down.
Ever so slightly making a couple mistakes. We watch Lucas Hendricks on his
outlap.
This is his outlap.
Bola Sensei puts on 8.2, goes up to P5 with that.
Baxter is in the pit, so he decided that lap wasn't good enough.
Yeah. He wasn't going to improve there.
No, he wasn't. We watch Max Fan on his outlap.
Come out the gate swinging. He wants that promotion. Currently provisionally on pole. Just has to stay ahead of Vade, who's just gone past him there. Currently in P13, not what he wants to be.
No. His banker lap was a true banker lap. It was almost half a second slower than Lucas W. As Vade across the line, 108.8. Still not great lap as Max Fan begin his lap through the Senna S. Out of turn 3, down the back straightaway. He'll pick up a little bit of tow from Vade in front. Not a lot. Just enough to disturb the air. It is the only traffic on track, and Vade will pull off and let Max Fan continue on his lap without interrupting it too much.
He equaled his first sector time, but most of the time gain is going to be through this middle sector, which it looks like he's done a decent job for. He's hit every apex pretty well on the power. Let's see what his middle sector split is going to be. It's going to be 2/10 improvement, as his teammate Lucas has a 7.6. He's just in the 7.5s. Max Fan, though, I think he's got a hell of an improvement on his previous time. He's going to cross the line now, and the timing line says 7.4, and he goes a 10th and a bit ahead. Currently a Red Bull 1-2.
A great lap there from the Red Bull as we watch Spexter come out of the pits. Spexter right now in 4th, just behind championship rival Justin, and Andrews up to 5th with a 107.8. Spexter shouldn't have any traffic when he starts his lap. Max Fan, the only car in front, as Hacko goes purple through the second sector. The Aston Martin's on a flyer. Down the main straightaway, around the final 2 corners. He'll keep it nice and tidy. Just getting a little bit on that banking. May have clipped the wall. He's 0.6 of a second improvement, and it's only good enough for a 108.2.
Yeah, puts himself up to P7. As let's go now to Spectre, fighting for the championship.
Got a nice run off the banked part of the final corner that helps his overall straight line speed. Down the main straightaway, it's an old NASCAR technique as Spexter down this back straightaway, he'll get around the traffic. He shouldn't have any traffic the rest of his lap, using a little bit of curb on the exit of turn 4. Through the middle sector. Mercedes just needs to gain 0.2 of a second to put him in front of his championship rival Justin. He got a okay exit out of that corner, a little wobbly on the power. Mercedes has a good lap going so far. He's 0.3 up through sector 2. That could put him in second. Through the final 2 corners. We'll keep it nice and tidy to the white line. Up against the wall, up to the line. He's second. By 0.05 of a second.
His championship rival through the middle sector right now. Oh, gets a little bit of wheel spin on traction there. He's going to be a 10th, nearly a 10th up. Is it going to be enough? I don't know if he's going to be able to beat Spectre's time that he just set. So 107.5 goes into P3. About 400ths behind. And we're going to go right down to the wire in this qualifying session.
Obviously, you can start from the second row and do well, just as Mellon did yesterday. He started 4th. By the end of turn 3, he was second. He had a little bit of contact with Alfa Romeo on the way. As Kellen King now in the middle sector, his lap has been invalidated. Lucas UKW down the back straightaway. East across the line to start his lap. Williams car through the Senna S. Down the back straightaway. He'll open up DRS, a little bit of help from ERS.
Ooh. A little bit down on his time. He's going to back out, I think.
He's almost a second and a half down.
Yeah, he's on basically a second out lap there.
Yeah.
Butters G5 improved to a 7.8. He goes ahead of End Andrews into P5.
Good lap from the Williams. Good enough for 5th. Two minutes to go here in Interlagos for the final qualifying session of the year. Okay, Lucas W. across the line to begin his lap. He's 12th currently. His teammate Spexter all the way up into 2nd. Through the Senna S's. We'll grab DRS, use a little bit of ERS down this back straightaway. He's depleted a lot of his ERS though, only 50%, as he gains just under a 1/10 of a second. Through the middle sector now. White, blue, purple helmet as Justin retires.
He hasn't had enough time.
That could be huge.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to improve his time. Spectre is going to be ahead of him, and I think Spectre's not going to finish another lap either. So, currently, Spectre will start in front of Justin. We'll see where that is going to be. Currently, it's P2 and P3. Yeah. They got Spectre too. The Red Bulls are out. Kelan Kingi went up to P5. And Andrew's on a lap time. But let's watch Max Fan. He's going to keep pole position, or will Lucas take it from him?
Lucas is behind Max Fan. Max Fan has an Aston Martin in front of him. That's Hacko. As Max Fan works his way down the hill through the Senna S. He'll open up DRS out of turn 3, use a little bit of ERS. Teammate not far enough behind to grab. Yes, he's a 10th up. Teammate wasn't far, it was too far behind to grab a slipstream. As Max Fan works his way through the middle sector. Qualifying is complete, so these will be the final laps as he rides the curb there through turn 8 and 9, through turn 10. Aston Martin is the only car in front. He might gain a little bit of slipstream. Oh, almost lost it out of turn 12. He was sideways, Kyle Larson style out of turn 12 as Lucas goes purple through the second sector. Will Max Fan improve? Max Fan up to the line. Doesn't improve. Lucas up to the line. Can he grab pole? He does. Lucas on pole. A 107.3.
He's done it. He's stolen it from his teammate. Now we have a Red Bull 1-2. But this time it's Lucas instead of Max Fan for pole position. Remember, both these guys are kind of fighting the same game here. They're gonna want to work with each other to some extent to make sure they can both get to tier A. Vade at the moment down at P13 is not where he wants to be.
If you're looking for a promotion in tier B, you might want to be inside the points.
He will need some plays. But this is classic Vade. Vade just comes out of nowhere to get a podium in races. So we'll see what he does.
It will be interesting to see how he runs this race. What a lap from Lucas, right at the death, getting his teammate and grabbing pole by just a 1/10 of a second. I do think Justin has the upper hand here on this race start. So Mellon was on the inside yesterday from P4, and he was able to work his way all the way up to P2 by the time they were out of turn 3. So Justin might use the inside to his advantage.
It's true. And we're going to see how he's going to do that coming up with the race start. It'll be quite important one off the line. Wonder what strategy is going to be like. Obviously in Tier 8, everyone opted for the hards. But obviously to be having more safety cars, the mediums can work. The mediums can work.
The mediums can work, but you know, it's a little tougher to get a safety car here at Brazil. The walls are kind of off the track, so you wouldn't expect a ton of safety cars. Maybe one or two. We had one or two at Circuit of the Americas, so there could certainly be a safety car as we get ready to head to the grid here in Interlagos for the final round of Tier B. The cars are gridded up for the final time this season. The 5 red lights. Lights out and away we go. Lucas got a great start. Max Van didn't get as good a start. That's Justin up the inside.
That's Kenan Kingi. He's trying to get ahead of Justin. Is he going to lose a place? It looks like he has. Kenan's got ahead of him. And it's all kicking off down the back. Justin trying to go back at him down the inside at turn 4. He's just not alongside enough. You see Kenan's on the mediums. And he's gained because of that.
We've got a yellow flag at the back. That was for Bald. As Justin now comes under pressure from Bart. They'll battle side by side through the middle sector. The Williams on the outside, unable to make the move. Justin defending well. He'll keep 5th as Kellen goes for a move up the inside of Spexter. The Alfa Romeo's got the move done, and now he'll begin to chase the Red Bulls as an Aston Martin goes around. That's Hacko DK around in the middle sector. As and Andrews begins to track down Bollard. Down the main straightaway they go to the inside. The Alpha Tauri will take the inside into the Senna S, and he's got the move done.
It's Kenan, he's going for it on Max Van. What a start he's had so far. He's going to look to the inside. Oh, they got very, very close through there. Side by side through turn 2. Max Van's going to have to give this away. What a start for Kenan.
The Alfa Romeo on the medium tires has made the most of the medium tires. He started 5th. He's all the way up to 2nd. He made a move around the outside of Justin in the first corner. He got around Spexter in the middle sector. And he's past Max Van. And now he's beginning to track down the Red Bull in front, Lucas. Justin under a little threat from Bart. They're unable to make the move as they head down the main straightaway. The Williams not close enough. That Ferrari just pulling away ever so slightly as here comes Count Muttley. Count Muttley to the outside of Bollard. Down the main straightaway into the Senna S. McLaren got the move done. And now Count Muttley's going to come under Count Muttley's going to come under threat from TV Not Frankie down the Retta Aposta. The Haas.
Frankie just got by the both of them. He was waiting for those guys to fight.
Frankie.
And he just got through. Well played from him.
Beautiful move from Frankie as you look down the grid. A lot of people opting for the medium to hard strategy. You saw only one guy do that yesterday. As Justin under threat from Bart. Williams still right on the gearbox. He got a great run out of turn 12. And the Williams make a move down the main straightaway. We'll have a little bit of help from DRS as Kellen King sets the fastest lap of the race. That's Kellen King to the race lead. He went up the inside of Lucas into turn 1, and the Alfa Romeo is through. Lucas is going to have DRS down the Retta Aposta. Red Bull on the outside. Can't get the move done. And Kellen King is your new race leader.
Yeah, he's just what he needed to do. Having the advantage on tyres, starting with the mediums, while those rest of the guys starting on the hards. And now he's going to be able to pull away. He's done the moves he's had to do in 3 laps. Perfect for him. But you have to remember, without a safety car, the hard runners will be so much faster in the second stint.
Absolutely, they will be able to go on to the mediums. So if Kellen King wants to keep the lead and win this race, he's got to pull away from the Red Bulls. As Max Fan closing up to Lucas, we've got a yellow flag. That's going to be UK Lucas W spinning at the exit of turn 11. Art closes up to Justin. He'll look to the inside, 3 wide into turn 1. Justin and Bart side by side. Ferrari on the outside through turn 3. They should both have DRS, but this is going to allow Andrews to sweep to the inside. 3 wide. The AlphaTauri got them both. A beautiful double overtake by Andrews, and the AlphaTauri's up to 5th. As now Frankie will get around Bart. Frankie to the inside of the Williams, as now he sets his sights on the Ferrari.
Wow.
Justin has...
What an exchange that was, man.
Justin has mirrors full of that white Haas. They head out of turn 11. Frankie will close up a little bit to the Ferrari, using a little bit of that ERS on exit, but he's not close enough to make a move.
And Andrews now is probably going to look to catch up to Spectre, as we have Beast and Bola fighting there. Looks like Beast got ahead of Bola. Bola obviously on the hards. He's going to be a little bit slow on tyres.
Aid back. Continue.
No, yeah, you're probably going to talk about the same thing. Frankie is right on the back of Justin. You see how much tighter he is through turn 6 and 7 there. He's just got a lot more grip on these mediums. And he's got to put pressure on Justin now into a mistake to try and overtake him.
Crucially, though, Spectre also started on the hards, so both Justin and Spectre are in the same position in terms of falling backwards as Andrews goes full opposite lock to keep it out of the grass. Yellow flag in sector 2. That's going to be for Hacko, who lost it at the exit of turn 11. Justin closes up to end Andrews. He'll go to the inside in turn 1. Can't make the move stick. And Andrews shut the door. Now Justin will fall back into the clutches of Frankie. Frankie will look to the inside down the Retta Aposta. A Haas right on the rear end. He might have bumped him just a tiny bit. As we've got 3 cars, you could cover them with the blanket at this point, as Bart will look to the inside of Frankie. Side by side, the Williams got the move done, and now Frankie's under threat from Count Muttley.
So I think what happened there is Frankie hit Justin in the rear, and he didn't want to gain an advantage, so he lifted off in the corner, and that allowed Bartis to get a run on him, going towards turn 6.
Absolutely, this is exactly what Justin wanted to see. Justin wants to see these 3 cars fight. If these 3 cars are fighting, that means that he's pulling away from them. Art pulled a little bit away from Frankie, as Frankie now under threat from Count Muttley. Count Muttley looks to the inside, can't get the move done. But Bart has closed up to Justin now, as they head out of the Senna S. But Williams not close enough to make a move into turn 4. Hacko will get around Bald for 14th.
Oh, UK Lucas loses it. At turn 3, exit the Senna S is very tricky corner, and he's got the force of that. But End Andrews has caught up to the DRS of Spectre again.
He has. He's not close enough without a mistake to make a move into turn 1. He's caught up to this little train here led by Kellen King. Kellen King has an 0.8 of a second lead over over Lucas Hendrick as Bolar closes up to Beast through turn 12. The Haas will have DRS. He uses a little bit of ERS on the grass. Williams squeezed him onto the grass, and that prevented him from making a move. It cost him a little bit of straight line speed, as we have a yellow flag in Sector 3 for UK Lucas W. Bolar not able to make a move into turn 4. He's not close enough. He'll try and close up through the middle sector to try and make a move into turn number 1.
Bolar is just stuck behind right now. Just can't get the same level of traction out the corners. Yesterday, I think the pit window was around halfway through the race. Those guys on the hards compared to mediums. Oh, there's a lot of wheel spin there for Bolar. Can he find a way through? He's going to go down the inside. Beast on the outside line. Who's going to get DRS? It looks like Beast is going to get it. Is he going to try and come back at him now? He has a lot more ERS to play with. Look, he turns it on. And Bolar peels into the pit lane. I lied. He is not in the pit lane, but it looked like he went in the pit lane.
That was a really interesting move there from Bolar up the inside in turn 12. That's not a move you see often because of how tight a radius that corner is.
Yeah.
Really tough to overtake there.
And then you lose out on DRS, and just like he did, Beast came back at him.
Yeah. As we run lap number 10, Spexter currently championship leader in front of Justin. As it stands, he would win the championship. He's behind this train of the top 3. Lucas with a ton of wheel spin out of turn 12. And Andrews has caught up to this group. Everybody within DRS range. It's kind of a DRS train led by Kellen King as Bolar is closed back up to Beast. Right on the rear wing of the Williams. He'll look to the inside in the Senna S. He's not quite got the move done. Side by side through Curva do Sol, and the Haas has got the move done.
It's a long time coming, that one. And it looks like he's finally done it. Bolar up into 10th position. As it stands, he'll get that point.
Williams tried to go back around the outside in turn 4, couldn't make it stick as we right on board with Bart. Bald and Hacko battling back here for 13th.
Yeah.
Alfa Romeo right behind the Aston Martin through the middle sector. Lost a ton of time there, not sure what happened. And Andrews now, he's closed up to Spexter. Look to the inside. He goes purple through the 3rd sector. Look to the inside in turn 1. Wasn't quite close enough. Spexter right behind Max Van. Down the Retta Aposta. Bolar and Beast battling. Beast forced off the track. That'll allow Vade to get a little closer, but Vade is not close enough to make a move.
Something happens there between Beast and Bolar. We just missed it. Oh my god, look how close Frankie is to the Williams.
Frankie right on the rear wing of Bart as they head through the middle sector. Look to make a move into turn number 1.
Ooh, who's gone wide there? I think Lucas just went wide. And you see he's using ERS there to stay ahead.
He's gotten a lot of wheel spin the last couple times through turn 12. Wonder if those hard tires are starting to wear off a little bit, as Andrews right on the rear wing of Spexter, and Spexter right on the rear wing of Max Fan. Down the Retta Aposta, not close enough to make a move. Everybody keeping in line nice and tidy. It will be interesting. We know the medium tire runners have to pit soon. Question is, does the undercut work? Will them going onto the hards, will they be able to run faster laps than these other guys on the hards and be able to jump these three right here, the two Red Bulls and the Mercedes?
Yeah, I think we saw yesterday that the undercut, it did work. I think it was Faded who boxed before everyone else. If I'm not mistaken. I may be remembering this wrong. Like, he did have to make an overtake on the pit. I think somebody left the pits in front of him. He did have to make the overtake again. So it's a little bit up in the air. It's very important that you get your in lap and out lap very, very well. I'm trying to find the words how to describe it. You need a good in lap, you need a good out lap. That's what you need. Ooh, beast. Based on the first 3-second time penalty. He is absolutely drained his ERS. And trying to get past Vade. And just can't find a way through. That 3-second time penalty isn't going to help him. Oh, Hacker's on a little bit wide there, and Bold's just going to get through on him. Up into P13 for Bold. Oh, Lucas has touched the grass that you saw, and a huge snap. Somehow he's kept on the island.
Right on board with Lucas down the main straightaway. Gap to Kellen is 0.4 of a second. These top five have really kind of run in a train the last really kind of 10 to 12 laps. Behind Kellen King on the medium tires. No, Kellen has to pit soon. Question is, how soon?
Ooh,
Yellow
Vade.
flag in sector number 1. That's Vade. And that will certainly not help his championship or his promotion hopes.
Certainly. We're nearing the halfway stage of the race. About 3 more laps until that. LD40 asks, why do we know the corners? We're just geniuses about the track that we commentate over. Actually, it's mainly Adam. He knows way more than I do.
I know all the corner names. If I could pronounce half of them, I would give you the corner names. But and Andrews into the pits.
Yeah, there he goes.
He's the first of the leaders in. How will this affect the other 4 up at the front?
Just you see, he's just come out behind Bola and Beast, which is not really going to help him if he catches up to them too fast. Got yellow flags for Hako. He's not having a fun time out there, is he?
No, he's not. Right on board with Spexter on the hard tires. Spexter doesn't have to pit for a while, but Kellen King seems to be going a little bit slowly because Justin's caught this train by about 0.3 of a second this last lap. Kellen King will dive into the pits. That leaves Lucas Hendrick as the leader, Max Fan second, Spexter third. Bart and Count Muttley also in. So that's most of the medium tire runners. Frankie hasn't pit. And Beast hasn't pit.
I mean, these guys in their DRS train, they're going to put each other along, and that's going to help them on Hill Delta, because they'll be looking at a strong overcut.
Crucially, though, Kellen King has come out in front of Beast and Bullar, and Andrews is behind those two. Maybe Beast and Bullar held up and Andrews a little bit, and he wasn't able to pick up the time we thought he would by doing the undercut. Now Kellen King out on these out on these hard tires, needs to put in some qualifying laps to try and build a gap to Lucas. And Andrews around Bullar. AlphaTauri closing up to Beast. Hopefully he can make a move on Beast into turn 1. Here comes Andrews, a look to the inside in the Senna S. The AlphaTauri side by side with the Williams through Curva del Sol. And the AlphaTauri is through.
Fantastic move there from Andrews, not wasting any time at all. He's got about 3/10 to that DRS of Kellan. Got 1 lap older tyres, so it's gonna be difficult, but we should see him catch up, knowing the pace he's had. It'll be close. We'll see how he does. Pay attention to the front runners now, as we are on the halfway stage of the race. When and who is going to pit? The Red Bulls and Spectre have all stayed out. Justin is doing the same. Justin, I think he's going to have to try something. He has to do something different. Doing the same as Spectre is not going to help him out at all.
I absolutely agree with that, but in order to make it on these medium tires, you've got to go at least 1 lap, maybe 2 more, as Kellen King the fastest lap of the race. Lucas and Max Van are going to see that, and they're going to start coordinating pit stops. As if you're the Red Bulls, you've got to come in soon, because you can't sustain that lap time. And you're going to start losing all kinds of time to Kellen King and Andrews. So if the Red Bulls want any shot at a win, you've got to come in, and I would hesitate to say I'd let Max Van come in first, let Lucas come in second, so that if Max Van has a better outlap, he can jump. He can jump Lucas and maybe start catching Kellen. But the Red Bulls and the Mercedes and the Ferrari all stay out,
man. No one's trying to go. No one wants to be the guy that goes in first. I think I can understand it. Knowing Tier B in their safety cars, you bit 1 lap earlier than the safety car and you get screwed. So, but I think at the moment it's looking okay. Muttley is going to get through on Bold, who is yet to box. Bolar just headed into the pit lane.
Bolar, the first of the hard tire runners to make a pit stop. Count Muttley, Frankie, Bart, and Andrews, and Kellen King, 9th to 5th, have all pit. They're on fresh hard tires, and they're running some pretty good laps. As Lucas out of turn 12, got a little bit of wheel spin again. It seems like he started to pull away a little bit from Max Van. You got to wonder if these are their in-laps, and there's Max Van. Max Van, the first car in. Spexter will
Justin's
not follow him, but Justin does.
So these two on the undercut. Is it going to work for them? We will see. 2.2 second pit stop delta. And now they're going to head out. Looks like behind End Andrews and Kellan. Max Van's heading out the pit lane now. Yeah, they're going to be behind. So this is going to be very interesting. How is this going to play out? There is a little bit of free air between them. But if Max Van gets held up here, Lucas and Spectre could be looking at a nice overcut. They're coming through the final sector now. Let's see. I assume they're going to box, but we'll have to see it to believe it.
As you said, Kellen King got him out of the pits, and it wasn't even close. Lucas will stay out. So the first Red Bull staying out. Spexter has to come in because Justin came in. Max Van still with a gap between himself and End Andrews. Max Van's got to close up this gap because these medium tires are going to fall off a cliff at the end of this race. It'll be about 17 laps to the end of this race. Will be that should be about what his tires are on. Max Van will get around Spexter. Spexter coming out of the pits. The question is, does Justin get around Spexter? They'll be side by side. The Ferrari on the outside. Spexter may not know he was there. Justin was in the grass.
Oh.
The Ferrari around the outside. And he takes the provisional championship lead.
Unbelievable. Justin gets the undercut on Spectre.
Absolutely huge championship implications here in Interlagos. The Ferrari got the undercut, as you said, and he jumps the Mercedes. Here comes Lucas Hendricks. You gotta figure that Kellen and End Andrews are going to get him easily, and Spexter might even get him.
Max Van's looking at, well, being ahead of Lucas, but you know, Kellan and End Andrews, they've made their pit stop, so they are just in the right to be where they are. They don't have to box again. They're going to be much slower. You see, Max Van's gained a second and a half on them since the pit stop. We see Lucas coming out the pit lane now. He has so much traffic in front of him. He's going to be coming out behind Bold. He has a lot of work to do. He's, I think, pitted just too late.
He does have fresher tires to the end. That's Max Van up the inside of End Andrews through the middle sector. The Red Bull's got the move done. He's up into second, and now he begins to stalk the Alfa Romeo of Kellen King, who's led most of this race. Lucas is caught up to the back of Bald. The Red Bull needs to get around Bald. Bald hasn't pit yet. 22-lap-old hard tires. Max Van has closed up to Kellen King. Kellen King's got a mirror full of Red Bull. Max Van not close enough through the Senna S. He'll close up a little bit through Curva del Sol. Down the Retta Aposta. Here comes the Red Bull to the inside in turn number 4. A little bit of contact. That'll force Kellen King wide, and Max Van is through and up into the race lead.
Max Van takes the race lead with about a third of the race left. It's going to give him so much confidence. He's never had a race win before, and under such pressure, if he can get a race win here today, it will be very, very memorable indeed. The moment in time, Lucas has cleared Bold. I think he's just got it wrong with the strategy. He's hit way too late. The overcut not helping him out with the amount of overtaking he has to do. You can see he's 10 seconds behind the leaders. Oh, okay, so okay, so his engineer is telling me that he didn't actually get the strategy wrong. He had to fix his front wing because he hit the wall. I don't know where that was. It must have been in pit entry. Because I never saw that, did you?
It was either pit entry or he might have gotten close to the pit wall down the main straightaway as Kellen, King, and Justin battle back here. As the exit of the final corner. Not sure exactly how he did that.
Now, hold on. As I'm looking, one position is not enough for Justin because he will only be... Oh, there's problems.
Oh!
I think Kellan... Something's up with Kellan. He's lagging.
Yeah.
But Justin, he is 2 points behind. But they have the same amount of race wins. But Spectre has more second place finishes. So... Oh! And Andrew just lost it at the final corner. And he's going to box probably for his front wing. Okay, anyways, as I was saying, one position is not enough. Justin has to be more than one position in front. What is going on here with Kellan?
I'm not sure, but I don't trust
Oh, he's gone.
Alfa Romeo. He's in the wall. Lost his front wing.
That looks like a desync moment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Kellan and Andrews both had such good races up until that point. At the moment, as it stands, Spectre is champion.
No, as it stands, Justin's champion because second gets 18 points, third gets 15
Oh, yeah,
points.
yeah, it does. Okay, so now it's just changed. So Justin is in place to win the championship.
Spectre needs the fastest lap of the race somehow.
Or the position.
Or the position, yes.
Max Fan is clear into the distance, though.
Max Fan is 2.4 seconds clear of these guys as Lucas is closed up to the back of Bart. What a dive up the inside from the Red Bull. Can he keep the position? It looks like he can. The Williams will have DRS down the Retta Aposta as Kellen King leaves the session and DNFs. The Williams to the outside can't make the move, and Lucas will keep fourth.
He's made that back up to fourth position. Very good job indeed, given his circumstance. This is a very tense moment for Justin and Spectre. Spectre currently very low on ERS, but he has a DRS advantage that's going to help him regain. They're both quite similar. Currently, whoever finished ahead in this position will win the championship. And we got about 9 more laps of racing to decide who will be the Season 2 Tier V World Drivers Champion. Oh, Beast has gone off at the final corner. Well, I mean, there is another corner after this, but it doesn't really count.
There's 2 corners after that.
Yeah.
So as we run here with 8 laps to go, Justin and Spectre, right here on the track together, running 2-3. Oh, the Ferrari got a little bit of traction issues. He had a tank slapper. That's allowed the Mercedes to close up. All Spectre has to do is get around Justin. Drops back a little bit on this main straightaway. The Ferrari maybe using a little bit of ERS. He might have used a little bit of ERS, but who do you think wins this? Between these two?
I think being that you can defend on this track, I think Justin might be able to take it being the car in front. Although Spectre, I think he's going to definitely recharge his ERS. So I think I'm going to have to go with Spectre. You know, there's a history between these two, not just in team controls. Apparently, in other championships that they've raced in, Spectre has always gotten the better of Justin, and they've been P1, P2 many times before. But in that order, and Justin has never won and come out on top. So I think he's going to definitely really want to do it today.
As we ride on board with Frankie through the end of the middle sector, he's following right in the tire tracks of Bart. Bart running 5th on 12-lap old hard tires, both of them on hard tires. Complete lap 30 of 36. Here in Interlagos, the championship right now in the favor of the Ferrari by 1 point. Spectre right in the tire tracks of Justin as they head through turn 4. Maybe he's starting to set up a move. Gotta think, if you're the Mercedes, you want to make a move as late as possible. Maybe lap 34 or 35, because you don't want to give Justin a chance to get back around you.
I think if he's going to wait, he should just wait to the last lap. And Justin has been flashing this lap. His rear light has been flashing, so that indicates he's very low in ERS, below 10%. That should give Spectre confidence that he's doing the right thing.
Absolutely. Spectre doesn't have a lot of ERS either.
No. Yeah, they're both on a bit of the same. This track is a little bit difficult to recover that battery. As we see Frankie side by side with Bart into turn 1, now turn 2, and Frankie round the outside at the center S's gets that move done. Bart's G5 now has DRS though. He's going to come back at him. Frankie defends the inside. Bart looks to the outside. Brakes deep. There's just about enough room. Oh, he's been forced off and he picks up a 3-second time penalty. I feel like that one might get removed by the stewards.
I would agree. I think that penalty should be removed. He was forced off by the Haas. It wasn't really him going off by choice. Go back to the championship battle. Spectre.
He's just burned it. Is he going for the move?
I don't think so. He's closed up enough. Yellow flag in sector 2. Spectre to the outside in the Senna S. He can't get the move done. He picked up a little bit of time through Curva del Sol. Mercedes with the help of DRS. Look to the outside in turn 4. Close enough to make the move.
He's going to get the run on him here, but there's just no way through. Now both these guys have burned their ERS. Has Spectre blinked too early? Now, recovering ERS this late into the race is just probably going to be impossible. Has the championship just been well and decided right there?
I think it has. We saw Justin run a little bit wide through that last corner. You can't make a move that... I guess making a move that early has one benefit, that you can kind of recollect yourself and go for another move. As he's closed up a little bit down the main straightaway, he'll look to the inside in turn 1. Side by side, the championship battle. Justin on the inside through turn 2. Spectre will have DRS down this back straightaway. The Retta Aposta. Hacko gets a 3-second time penalty. The Mercedes to the inside in turn 4. He left plenty of room for Justin. They'll continue to battle side by side through the middle sector.
Oh!
They touched! They touched and the Ferrari goes around. Justin goes around in turn 5. And that might be the championship right there.
Controversy in lap 33 of 36. in this Brazilian Grand Prix. The title decider, the championship contenders coming together. These stewards are definitely going to have to be seen about that one.
If you're Justin now, you have to recover. Ideally, you want to remain within 5 seconds of Spexter, just in case a 5-second time penalty gets applied. Although, will the stewards insert themselves into this championship battle is the question.
Oh!
Oh!
Frankie's just crashed into the wall at turn 1. Did he have contact with Bartos? I think it might be too late for a safety car to come out, because it ain't coming out.
Controversy in Interlagos as we have a car way off the track. That's one of the Williams. That's Beast.
Yeah.
Seems like Beast is an AI, but
No, he's lapped.
gap is 3.6 seconds between Justin and Spexter. Question is, will the stewards insert themselves into the championship battle? If they give Spexter a 5-second time penalty, that drops him behind Justin. But if they give him a 3-second time penalty,
Hako's out.
that leaves him in front of Justin as Hako has retired.
Well, how did everyone just die so quickly? Now we're down to the bottom 10. Or the top 10, I guess. Not the bottom. I don't think Frankie's was on purpose. I mean, it would not help anyone tied to him. So, putting crash gate there is just stupid. We didn't even see how he crashed.
Is this bottom 10 controls now?
That's worse than my finish joke.
As Justin continues to run 3.3 seconds behind Spexter. 2 laps to go. Here in Interlagos, you gotta ask yourself if the stewards will... What the stewards will decide. Was it a racing incident? Was their fault on Spexter? Could Justin have backed out? It seems it won't matter in the battle for the win, though. Max Van, 4.4 seconds in front of Spexter. He did the undercut to perfection, or the overcut to perfection. He played the strategy beautifully. He went onto the medium tires at just the right time. And as he works his way through the middle sector, he might just claim his first race victory of the season. Through turn 10 and 11, Red Bull's come so close this season. He'll get a promotion to Tier A. And as he heads around the final 2 corners, he'll claim his first victory of the season. Max Van wins in Interlagos.
Unbelievable job. Unbelievable. What a time to get your first race win in the finale. It's been a long time coming. He's been league racing for a year. And this is his first one. A well-deserved. Well-deserved. Spectre finishes P2. And provisionally, he is the championship winner. But we're going to see what the stewards say. Because that was a very...
Crucially,
Yeah.
crucially, the gap was 2.2 seconds from Spexter to Justin. That means if the stewards give him a 3-second time penalty, that gives Justin the championship.
Well, boys, don't go anywhere. Because after the results... got a little video to play, yeah? Little bit of an announcement, little bit of a launch type thing. You just have to see for yourself. The champion of Tier B, as it stands, is Spectre, but the champion really is unknown because we don't know who the stewards are going to favor in that situation.
What if we get a poll in chat and chat decides who the champion is?
Yeah. Let me cook one up.
Okay.
Let me cook. Okay. Vote. You have a 1 minute to vote. Look in chat. There's a poll. We're gonna go through the results now. And we're gonna interview some drivers for heading into our announcement. We gotta interview Max Van Man. First race win. Just give us 2 moments while we get our interview ready. Max Fan, you have done it, man. You won the race. What a time to do it as well. In the finale.
Oh my God.
You have so many things to say, surely.
I mean, I literally have tears of joy. I mean, 2 seasons.
3, technically.
I mean, technically 3, but 2 whole fucking seasons. Sorry for the swear word, but oh my God, finally. I mean, the race was just perfect. The execution, I mean, my pole. I was actually on a good qualifying lap, but I just had a huge moment on the last corner and just that was like a 10th up, which would give me the pole. But oh my God, I mean, this is truly one of the moments ever.
Yeah, it is. What a moment. And man, that's gonna put you onto P3, I think, in the standings.
Yep.
So it could not have ended any better. I wonder, I don't know if you were talking to Lucas, but apparently something happened with him. He got damaged, or
I think I heard. I mean, we were in this like separate VCs, but I heard that he had apparently had front wing damage, so that's why he had a long pit stop.
Fair enough. Well done, Max Fan. This got to give you. You're gonna have a very nice sleep tonight, I betcha.
That is true.
Yeah, and yeah, it's gonna give you confidence going into next season.
I mean, I guess bring it on, Thierry. I mean, what can I say more? Like, at least with qualifying pace, I'm on there, but the race pace might be a question. But I don't know. I mean, now it's time for me to celebrate. So, yeah, but I'm really happy with myself that I have finally done it.
Yeah, very, very well done. Thank you, Max Fan, for the interview. Very good job on the win.
Thank you. Bye.
Alright, now let's talk to the man who came P2 provisionally. You gotta talk to us. That was a hugely controversial moment. What was your point of view from that incident with Justin?
Well, I was talking to him as well this whole race, so we were working together, weirdly enough. But like, I knew he was there. I tried to give him enough space, but I don't really know, how it looked from him and like for everyone else, So I don't really know if I gave him enough, but in my defense, I think I did. But yeah, haven't seen his POV.
Yeah, fair. I think, well, you're gonna have to let the stewards decide that one. But other than that, you did a very nice race, P2, and whether the championship goes your way or not, you're very deserving of that tier A spot. So, good job. Very nice. job in the
Yeah.
whole season.
And I'm just happy to finish. I don't not to end Max fans' joy, but I feel like I could have been up there. I don't know if you saw, but I spun in the pit lane.
No, did you?
Yeah.
The exit.
No, like yeah, the second you can take control of your own speed,
Yeah.
I spun into the wall. But like I saved it. It said I was gonna come out ahead of them, alright, so I could have just maybe blasted away. But I ended up behind Justin instead, so that's not, you know,
Not
the
ideal.
best moment. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyways, thank you for the interview. Good job in the race. And we'll see how you're seeing it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Spectre.
Right.
All right, let's talk to the other man. That incident. Well, I guess I just dragged him in, but he left. Hold on 1 second. We should be able to talk to him. He was ready. Give us 10 seconds. There you go.
Serious.
Justin. You there?
Oh.
Hello? He's gone again. Looks like he's having some microphone issues.
There he is. He's back in the waiting room.
Yo, hello?
Yo,
There he is. Oh man.
Yeah.
Controversial accident. I'm wondering, what was it? You explain to us your point of view. A championship deciding incident that.
I don't know. It was a clean battle before, and I mean, I don't know what really happened. I don't know if he turned in early or that I tried too long to hang on the inside. I don't know. That's yeah. I guess the stewards are gonna decide on that.
Sure. I mean, other than that, put on a very great fight this whole race and this whole season. So, regardless of which way it goes,
Yeah,
shouldn't feel too bad.
Spectre is a great driver as well, and he deserves it as much as I do. So I was happy that we ended up 1-2 in the championship anyway. And yeah, it doesn't really. I'm not going to be sad or something if I get second now. I'm happy with the result anyway.
I respect it. I respect it. Good job for the season, Justin. Thank you very much for the interview.
Yeah, thanks.
Let's do one final interview with Lucas Hendrik. Lukash. You want to talk to us what happened with you? Because we've got some differing stories. We don't really understand.
Well, I went for an overcut. I was about to even set the fastest lap somehow on those tires. Out of the last corner, if we don't count the straight, I got traction, turned on battery, lost all traction, and went straight into the wall. So I lost the wing and had to
Nice.
repair it. I would otherwise be P1 or P2 with Max Fan. So
Yeah.
but we won the constructors. I'm
Good.
P5. So very good.
Yeah, very good. And constructors win and TRA promotion. That's very nice of indeed. And I think you're gonna bring a fight to some of those TRA guys for sure coming next season.
I'm going for the championship next season.
And that's what I like
If
to hear.
wait, maybe not because I will not have a lot of time, but I don't know. Maybe if I have time, I win.
For sure. Good job for today. Unlucky, but you recovered a little bit. And
Yeah.
the season, we'll see you next season for sure.
So, okay.
Yeah.
See ya.
Well, we've come to the end of our interviews and the end of our Tier B stream. And now it's time for a little something that we've been cooking.
Mm-hmm. Been cooking it well.
We have been.
Singing low while I pop a bottle off of your chain swinging, clang clang, and it costs a lot. I'm always at the guala, yeah, and you are not bad. Keep on going till you hit the spot. Whoa.
Welcome back to the Outlaw
Hunter with the
Podcast.
This is
bow.
Antonio and I'm gonna take you through a lap guide of circuito di Enzo e Dino Ferrari di Imola.
Thinking about a million options, so just talking to stop doing agreement. I rock arenas, bringing the peace. I'm bumping that park in the car, pretending I got all the eyes on me. Got a bad baby and she's independent. Too many people older than me, they're seeking attention. When they want me about the goofies, man, I should've listened. And the smell of the money, my strangest addiction. She tip for I let, I had to dip. I'm on for fifth, I'm all rich now. I bought a whip, I paint a